Well, fresh allegations have been made against the Bhushans again after they declared their assets. Media reports alleging that Bhushans were allotted land by the Mayawati government. Now, questions of conflict of interest also raised, even as Shanti Bhushan's son Jayant Bhushan was fighting a case against the UP government. And of course, he's spoken exclusively to Times Now and refuted all of those allegations. In fact, the latest allegations being made against the Bhushans after their allotment has been questioned. It's the latest attack that's been made on the Bhushans, and now they've also alleged that their family has been targeted. Now, a conflict of interest charge has also been made against them, as reports suggest that a special allotment was made from the UP government, and that land allotment has now been questioned.
The allegations are just a continuation of the attempt to sort of tarnish the reputation of my father and my brother, who are members of this drafting committee on the Lokpal bill, and nothing else. It's just part of the same game plan. You see, in fact, some of the suggestions in the Indian Express story are quite totally scurrilous, because the suggestion is that there is some conflict of interest with the Noida Park case. Now, what does that mean? The Noida Park case was argued in full public light. It was argued tooth and nail till the end. And in fact, I mean, to suggest that we wanted some favor from the Mayawati government is totally absurd. Otherwise, there is a question of arguing that case tooth and nail. In fact, even now, my brother is fighting that Taj corridor case against the UP government.
Well, actually, I had applied, and we had actually made 3 applications. Myself, Dr. Harsh Mahajan, and Dr. Vinay Sabharwal. Now, we had, in the application, given all these details. But at the same time, I have been writing to Mayawati for a long time, and to Noida Authority, that you should not be giving these lands like this, whether it be this land or commercial land or institutional or even group housing. It should all be given at auction. And I was not getting any response against any of those letters. Now, when suddenly I got an allotment letter from them, and the allotment didn't come to the other people who had applied along with me, who were probably as qualified or probably better qualified than me to get an allotment, that's the time I felt that there is something odd in the whole process.
Rhythm Bharadwaj joining us on the phone line. Rhythm, you spoke to Jayant Bhushan a short while earlier. Take us through the merits of the case. For one, they've been saying that they are being targeted.
Absolutely, Niranjan. It's a stand that all the Bhushan, Shanti Bhushan, who we spoke to, Jayant Bhushan, who we spoke to, as well as Prashant Bhushan yesterday on Newsart, are saying, all of them stating just one thing: they are a part of the Lokpal committee. Several politicians very scared that they are a part of this committee, want them to be removed. That's the reason why such allegations are coming out. On the legality of this matter, they are saying yes, they were on the allotment, they are saying yes, they were allotted this particular land, but they are saying it is not done in a transparent manner. In fact, Jayant Bhushan, senior advocate, speaking to Times Now, admitted that this land allocation was not done in a transparent manner. However, they as allottees will not go and target it. Yes, if they are told to give back the land, they are ready to do that. However, to make this an issue of national controversy is not correct. In fact, all of them stating all this being done, the timing being very suspect, coming at a time when in fact they are a huge part of the Lokpal committee, all this being done to raise aspersions on their character, because politicians are really scared about a very strong anti-corruption law that might come out. Now, that's the side that they are giving. Let's also tell our viewers about Vikas Singh, the advocate who's actually gone ahead, filed a petition in the Allahabad High Court against this land allotment. He's sticking to his ground. It was not done in a transparent manner. He also goes ahead and says that the Bhushans were allotted this land because they were attacking the Mayawati government. Remember, Shanti Bhushan Jayant Bhushan, in fact, had done a case against Mayawati. The Noida Park case was a relevant example in which he fought the matter. He made sure that some distress was caused to the government on the Noida Park case. Now, remember at this time, Vikas Singh actually telling us, the petitioner in the Allahabad High Court, the senior advocate who's actually questioned the land allotment, who himself did not get the land allotment, admitting and stating that in fact the Bhushans were given the land because they have done cases against the UP government. So clearly, Niranjan, what we have to see at right now with both sides of the story very clearly in front of us is whether in fact this land allotment was done to the Bhushans because they had certain cases against the UP government, number one, in the Supreme Court. Number two, was this done as a conflict of interest because there is a case that was fought by them in the Supreme Court. Number three, we have to remember Shanti Bhushan very clearly telling us that there is not a single aspersion that can be cast on his character. Nobody here is stating that. They are all stating just one thing. Politicians are scared of what type of an anti-corruption law will come out once they go and make that law, and that's why suddenly all these rumors against them are being spread.
Right, Rhythm, stay with us. In fact, Kiran Bedi has also spoken to Times Now. Let's listen in.
The point is, the government issued a scheme. They applied for it. That anybody can apply, so that means they also applied. And if the matter is before the court, and if the court scraps it, they said let it be scrapped. So what is the issue then? According to the news, it's saying it was a scheme launched by the government. They applied, which anybody could apply. They got it, others didn't get it, but they got it. And they're also saying the matter is before the court, and if it's scrapped, so be it. And that it's good if the scheme is more transparent. So tell me, what is the issue? I mean, this is little going too far. Isn't it going too far? Doesn't the country want an anti-corruption act? I just want to ask that. After all, what are the Bhushans asking for in the committee? Are they asking for cabinet ranks? Are they asking for rewards? Or are they going to sit there to draft an act for the country? And the fact is that they've got the legal skills. They've got the legal knowledge. They've got the legal acumen. And how are they going to use that legal acumen? And what has that to do with this land? I don't know what are we asking for? What are we fighting for? What is Anna fighting for? What did we agitate for? We are saying this country has not had an anti-corruption authority and independent, because even our CBI is not independent. Give me one agency which is independent in this country so far, which is fully effective. Tell me, are you also Indians? We are also Indians. Does this country have an independent authority which will dare to get Kalmadi the first day for investigation, or the Kalmadis of the kind, or the A. Rajas of the kind? For 2 years, you people in the media kept producing evidence. What happened? The fact is that we do not have Lokayuks independent. We don't have at all a Lokpal. So what are these people going to do in the joint committee? They're going to use the skills to produce, in collaboration with the government, in partnership with the government, a law. That's all. So why are we so worried about the law? And why are we going in for too many distractions? And number three, if these people have been corrupt, the same Lokpal will take care of them too. It's not going to spare them. In a way, they're drafting a law to become subservient to the same law.
Petitioner in the case has also reacted to the media reports.
Well, actually, I had applied, and we had actually made 3 applications. Myself, Dr. Harsh Mahajan, and Dr. Vinay Sabharwal. Now, we had in the application, given all these details. But at the same time, I have been writing to Mayawati for a long time and to Noida Authority that you should not be giving these lands like this, whether it be this land or commercial land or institutional or even group housing. It should all be given at auction. And I was not getting any response against any of those letters. Now, when suddenly I got an allotment letter from them, and the allotment didn't come to the other people who had applied along with me, who were probably as qualified or probably better qualified than me to get an allotment, that's the time I felt that there is something odd in the whole process.
And all of these reactions coming into the fresh allegations made against the Bhushans after they declared their assets prior to the anti-corruption bill panel being set up. Now, reports saying that Bhushans didn't declare that the farmhouse given to them was a special allotment, the Mayawati government.